Hello everybody. Well, this is my 1936 Silvertone from Sears, model 4586 console radio. My great-grandmother bought this new, and from there it went down to my grandparents, then to my parents, and now I have it. My dad gave it to me about 5 or 6 years ago, said I could go ahead and take it. So I've had this ever since. Still works. The cabinet can use a little bit of refinishing. It's got a few scratches in it. Grill cloth, speaker grill cloth is in good shape except for down at the bottom. It's torn up a bit, but it does still work. And get a little bit closer up here. Has AM and 2 shortwave bands from 1.8 megahertz to 6 megahertz, then from 6 megahertz to 18 megahertz. And the lower one is called police band, and the upper one is called foreign band. And so we'll turn it on, let it warm up. Okay, we're on AM now, and it's got the Magic Eye tuning tube, whatever you call it, Magic Eye. So, we'll take a pass down through the band here.
A radio met the need by donating.
Now, I always get a lot of static down at the low end of the AM band, and
just weeks later, there was
something in the area,
with roadblocks
because it does it on all my radios. It's not this one.
So much.
Now, my parents had this, took this into a guy about 15, 20 years ago, and he worked on it. I know he fixed the dial cord and put new bulbs in the dial light. Whether he replaced the caps or anything else in it, I don't know. But it could probably use capacitor replacement, new tubes, because there's still quite a bit of a loud hum in it, and it does get distorted after a while. This is the radio that got me started on listening to all the rock and roll, ever since I can remember. And the station it's on right now, AM 600, which is now a religious station, WSNL, but that used to be WTAC in Flint, which is one of the most influential AM stations in the country back in the 60s and 70s. That's where it all started for me, as far as the music listening. So we'll get off the religious stuff here. And I just got this Pioneer loop antenna hooked up to it, so that's not the best, but I'm having a little trouble hearing it because I got a ear infection. I can't hear very good right now. But I can use a little work. It would help if I didn't have the computers running either. I'm getting interference from those.
On the back of the Tea Party to discourage them, and she's riding the back of the Occupy movement to win. Not only are you long release in case you have a failed starter, you're long release if the game becomes a blowout to test your wares. That is head up.
Okay, I shut that down. It might help a little bit. Might be getting interference from my Wi-Fi too. So.
Of course, you want to keep your family safe, and Chevy can help you out. All right, ball one. When I was pitching coach of the Rangers, I assigned my other starters as one of their jobs on the bench as they try to steal something.
同埋你哋用心同埋先俾埋
Affects our whole body. So let's ask our doctor about. Straight away.
It is nighttime.
Swinging a low liner to center field, but it carries all the way out to Jay, who makes the catch.
The city, right? So totally messed up my satellite reception.
Did you forget to?
Now this is the music this thing used to play for me. Gets up all the way. I'm not getting the best reception. Goes all the way up to 1800 kilohertz. Switch it over. This is what's called the police band on here. Of course, there's no police on these frequencies anymore, but you can use a little cleaning and controls too. I don't have the expertise to tear this apart and work on it, but hopefully I could take this and get it restored someday. A pretty good shortwave reception.
Believe in his heart, thine heart that God raised him from the dead. Saved, for with the heart, the intellect.
You're going to love it. Now, how to find out more information on November 16th, put it on your calendar. I think it's during the week.
Doesn't seem to be a lot going on down here. That was actually started at the upper end of that band and going down. And switch it over to the form band. This is 6 megahertz to 18 megahertz. This knob's a little bit touchy. Always has been.
Universal time.
Good reception on the time station here. Okay, we'll switch it back to.
Slider for balls.
Tone control here. Take a look at the back of the radio.
Singing one of the oldest and most cherished of all hymns, the choir has opened our program with "A Mighty Fortress is Our God."
Some of those tunes might be
in that
original,
same spirit of joyful worship, we hear now another sacred hymn from the 16th century. In Thee is Gladness. Tabernacle organist Richard Elliott then plays the celebrated Symphonia from Bach's Cantata number 29, "We Thank Thee, God." And the choir follows with a masterwork from the Russian choral tradition, Pavel Chesnikov's "O Lord God."
That's it. You guys have a good night. We'll talk to you later.